Amazing.
Mhm.
Jerry in Chicago, you're a cleanup hitter.
Hey, Steve. First off, I am a recruiter, have been for many years, and I've been on LinkedIn for so long that I can say that in the beginning, Reid Hoffman personally called me twice.
Awesome.
One time to ask me a question and another time to yell at me. And he really yelled at me. He didn't like something that I'd posted.
Mhm.
But I'm curious that I could ask you a million questions, but I'm curious about the management of different generations in the workforce.
Mhm.
Having so many conversations with leadership about this and how they should handle it.
Yeah. Okay, this is another triggering subject for me. I feel that generational blame is a easy cop out. It's way too easy, and I don't like being categorized. I don't like being lumped in a certain thing. That's the biggest reason when I was in Spain a few months ago, like, hey, how's it going? Ah, yeah, we can't hire people. When we do, they don't stay. And well, why is it? Oh, the young generation, those people, short attention span, career sugar high, shopping for promotion, disloyal. To which I said, your children that you raised, that generation? I'm like, come on. It's like you can't tell me that 40 years ago, if you could see all the choices of things that you could do, that you'd still be in banking and insurance today. I mean, come on. And so I really feel it's been an easy target for us to, and we're great at this in America in particular, blaming somebody or something. And I think it's a miss. It's a real miss for me. That being said, I think there's great opportunities for us to be more aware of each other's perspective and not just generational. I mean, we're talking like education and background and race and gender. Like we're all bringing all that together, and there's enormous merit to us finding ways of bringing those people together. So I'm not a huge fan of like, let's talk about everything that we should know about this generation. That said, I once saw this woman. God, what is her name? I think it's Lynn. I was at a conference and it was a generational speaker. I'm like, oh, here we go. And she was awesome. And I'm going to remember her name in a second. And she said something like that just blew me away. She said, kids today don't need to leave their home to date, to hang out with friends. Because I'm sitting here like, I got these teenage boys. I'm like, get out of the house. Like, I never was home because there was no phones and no television in my house. And I was just going to be asked to do something I didn't want to do. So I'm out. And so, but kids today have the capacity to do that. And one of the really interesting things I'm seeing in my son's friendship network is these dating relationships are staying a long time. And I'm like, why are these kids together a long time? It's super interesting to me. It's because we have the capacity to background check basically our potential partners way more as teenagers than ever before. And in our early days, like, well, we're gonna find out. Is this person like me? Do I like them? And now that vetting process is really intense. And that's just interesting, for us to be learning these things. But I really try to be careful around using that discussion as a reason to, sort of assign blame for some kind of organization dysfunction.